another video edition of the MSC Gizcast. Today we're actually going to look at a great way to listen to music on your computer using a social network called Last.fm. Now, I talked about this on some earlier podcasts, some audio ones we did, but I actually received a few emails about it, so I thought maybe we'd do a quick little video on how to visit the Last.fm website, set yourself up a little account, and then there's a few different ways in Ubuntu that you can use to listen to your music using the Last.fm. There's a little program you can download, which is actually a Last.fm player, or you can actually even listen to it through Rhythmbox, which is actually your default music player in Ubuntu. So let's have a quick look at a great way to listen to music on your computer. So the first thing, of course, we want to do here is open up our Firefox web browser here on a Ubuntu desktop. And then I already got it kind of bookmarked here, so it's just www.last.fm. Now I used to go to www.last.fm.com, and of course that didn't work so well, so it's www.last.fm, and I'll put a link in the show notes here to this here at mscgizcast.com, or you can visit right to the main page at www.msccompcast.com. But anyway, it's just www.last.fm.com, and once you're here, it's just like any other network. Just you can either log in if you already have an account, or sign up if you don't have one, of course, which is we're going to do today. And just put a username in there, an email address, and then of course a password. And then of course they always have this funny looking scribbly lines here you're going to have to throw in. So, and then once you've done that, you're going to have yourself in an account. And then once you got your account, you'll actually have your own little home page and that. And there you can do a few different things there. But today we won't look at that too much as we're going to just look at different players that we can use in Ubuntu. So first thing we're going to do, okay, let's say we already got our account all signed up. Now, like I was saying, there's you can download the Last.fm player, which we're going to do. But another thing you can also do is open up your Rhythmbox music player. Now, if you haven't used Ubuntu before, that's actually the default music player right in Ubuntu. And then go into Edit, into Plugins, and then there it is right there, just Last.fm. Just click on that and highlight it. That's FM radio, Last.fm. There we go. And it'll kind of show a little bit of it. And then you want to click on Configure. Now, in your username, which we had, I'll put mine in here, which is MSC Comp, and then my password. Now, of course, that's going to be that password that you already used when you signed up to Last.fm. And then you close, and then there it is. And then you can use your Rhythmbox to listen to music. So let's say there's a couple different options there. There's similar artists, and then there's a tag. And what they mean by tag, if you're not too familiar with it, is that you could put in there rock, metal, hard rock, 80s, just kind of stuff like that. So let's say we put in rock and add, and then now there's our music there for rock. So just double click it, and now it's going to play for you, and it will show you the track that you're playing, and also kind of give a little information of the band. So right now we're listening to On the Edge by Great White. So that's one way to use Last.fm. It's a really good way, but I'll show you the way that I really like to use here. So let's just kill that for now. We'll close that up. And we want to download our Last.fm player. So we're going to go into Add Remove. And let her load up. And let's put in there Last.fm. Do a search, and then there we go. So just we'll highlight that to install it and enable our community. I hadn't done that yet. Now there's another one here, this Last Exit. I used to use that actually all the time, especially in EdgeEF, but I found since EdgeEF it was a little crashy, so I just actually haven't gone back to use it. But I've been using Last.fm player since then. It works really well. So we're going to apply our changes and let it load up there. And of course we have to, because we're doing an install, we're going to put our password here in there, if I can remember what it is, because I got a different computer here. So we'll get that in there. And of course it's just going to do a quick little download here. So, and there we go. We have a new application has installed. We don't want to add any more or anything, so we're just going to close that down. Now if you want to find that, just go into Application, Sound and Video, and Last.fm. Now we have to do our kind of original setup like we did in Rhythmbox. So once again, we're going to put our username in there and our password. So let's put our password in here. Okay, and then now it's all done. It's pretty easy. Now there we go. Here's our little player. Now there's a few things we can set up here. Here's your profile. That will actually, right here, Last.fm, I'll send you right to your Last.fm page. And there's a couple things in there. But first, let's get a song going here. Now, once again, we either got artist or tag. We'll put that tag, we'll put rock back in there again. Actually, let's put something a little different. Let's put hard rock. Okay, and then play. Now it's going to... Oh. It doesn't want that one. So let's put rock in there. Maybe it should have been metal. You can try a few different ones there and see what they are. Now, of course, once again here, it's going to show the band that you're listening to, and kind of a little bit about it here, and kind of a few different similar artists that you can, that's right there. So we don't really, let's see, we're going to listen to that. Or you can, now if you don't like that song, you can press ban, and you say ban, and you'll never hear that song again. So if you heard a song that you don't like at all, you can just press ban, and then you won't hear it again. Or if you're not, let's say you've heard a song you don't mind, but you just don't feel like listening to it, you can skip it, and it'll go to a different song. Now rock, of course, is pretty wide range. What the great thing about it is you're actually gonna learn a lot of different music and stuff like that. So, and then what I do is on mine, let's go into options here. Now you can change your icon up here into different colors, and I just keep mine red. And then our password there, and our system language, of course. Our radio. Now I always have this remember last station to tune in and start, so I always keep that checked. That way when I start it up, it goes right to the last music that last station I was listening to, so I'll apply that. And then the rest of this really doesn't mean too much, so and then go OK. And then profile. I keep my profile on. It gives a different window here. What it does is if you want to start another station, put it in there. It shows what's playing. Now, my neighborhood, what that is that's going to be, once you get your Last.fm account going and stuff like that, you'll end up with, you can, invite friends and stuff like that, and you can kind of find out what they were listening to. Your love tracks, let's say you heard a track that you really like, you press love, it's going to be in there. Recommendations, you can recommend that to one of your friends and that. And of course down here it just kind of shows what you've been listening. Like recently banned, I've on my other one, of course, I banned Michael Jackson and Linda Ronstadt. Moody Blues, I'm not too sure why I did that. Ted Nugent I really like. Oh, it's a Christmas song, I think, because that's why. So, and then there's a few other things, and here's a list a few of your friends and that, and you can send them requests and that. So it's a really cool application. I really like it. I use it all the time. That's how I listen to music on my computer, and it's actually a great way to learn other music and stuff like that by using your tags. You can use quite a wide range like tags, and also kind of get to know what your friends are listening to that. And best of all, of course, it's it's free. So once again, that's Last.fm. A great way to listen to music on your computer. Well, that should do it for another episode of the MSC Guestcast. Once again, thank you very much for downloading this episode, and I will talk to you guys next week. Take care, everybody.